The Chiefs are coming off back-to-back Super Bowl wins, which is impressive in its own right. But Kansas City also an 8-time defending AFC West champ. It's prediction time as we dive into the division where LA boasts a new head coach in Jim Harbaugh. Vegas made theirs official, removing the interim title for Antonio Pierce. Chiefs are the heavy favorite to make it 9 straight. In terms of making or missing the playoffs, you would have to lay minus 500 for Kansas City to cash your ticket. All right, time to talk win totals with Pete Prisco and Douzable. So Kansas City has a sky-high total of 11.5 wins, and yet both of you guys are still bullish on that win total. Start us off.
They have to be the favorites for the Super Bowl. I'm not betting against them anymore, Pete. I learned my lesson the last couple of years. They're going over 11.5 wins. I also think this is a down year for this division as well when you look at the Broncos potentially playing a rookie quarterback. The Raiders don't know who their starting quarterback is going to be. And now there's question marks with Justin Herbert. Will he be healthy enough to start week 1 for the LA Chargers? So when you look at this Chiefs team, right, Pete, the thing that's fascinating about this team is that they've been able to reinvent themselves over the years. They beat you in a multitude of ways. Like going back to like 2019 and before that with Patrick Mahomes where he threw for 400 yards. Now they have a top 5 defense that he can really lean on, right? This defense will stifle you. And getting Chris Jones back was the biggest thing for the Chiefs this offseason. I know we're both fans of Trent McDuffie, all-pro year last year. You think he takes another step as well. This defense is stifling. And then Andy Reid is talking about throwing the ball down the field a little bit more. They didn't really do that last year. They went and got the fastest guy in NFL history in Xavier Worthy. Now, there is some concerns because Hollywood Brown did just get injured, and we'll see where his status is when the season starts. And then also with Rashid Rice, we'll see with the off-the-field stuff what happens with him. But I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes in this defense anymore. I think they'll be a little bit more balanced, run the football with Isaiah Pacheco, one of the best offensive lines in football, and they will attack downfield with Xavier Worthy. I got them clearing 11.5 easy. I think I have them going 13-4.
Last year was the year to get him, and nobody got him. I mean, it was. You saw him stumble through the regular season. We didn't know what that offense looked like. They couldn't throw the ball like they normally do. And that's why last year you got him, and they didn't get him. So they're the favorite again. They're going to win the division. They're going to win more than 11.5 games, probably 13.
Correct.
That's who they are. And, you know, everybody says, well, repeating is tough. Three-peating is almost impossible. But I'm with you. I'm not picking against this group. I'm just not. They're too talented, and that guy is special. And if he wins it, he's in the conversation as the GOAT. 3 in a row puts him in the conversation as the GOAT.
I think it's funny, too, given, you know, hearing from those guys on that team last year saying how unfun it was to play on that team if you were on the Chiefs, specifically on offense. So I'm with you guys. I'm never betting against these guys ever again. If we move along in the division here, let's talk Chargers next, because we know that they had a collapse at the end of the season. Things just didn't look like what we've expected for years with that Chargers team. But right now they're total 8.5. Lige, I see you have them going over that number, but Pete, you're going under. So I'll go to you first here. What makes you unconfident?
Look, I'm a big believer in Jim Harbaugh as a head coach. I love what he does. He's quirky, he's strange, but man, he can coach football. And I think he will get this figured out. I just don't think it's going to get figured out right away. They have some major problems on that team. I do want to figure out the dynamic between Herbert when he is back and Harbaugh, who likes to run the football. Right. You know, you heard Greg Roman raving about Herbert's ability to run outside the pocket. Look, I don't want him running, and if you're the defense, you want him running. So there's a fine balance there. Remember, they came from that Lamar Jackson offense. That's where Roman was, where they ran and ran and ran. Harbaugh, we know, likes to turn and hand the ball to the running backs. So the dynamic between Herbert and Harbaugh is something I want to keep a close eye on, and I think they'll figure it out this year and watch out for him next year.
Yeah, I have them going just over at 9 wins, right? And it's because of Jim Harbaugh. Pete, we discussed this earlier in the offseason. For some reason, he just turns programs around quickly, right? We saw it in San Francisco. That team wasn't a playoff team. Then they go to the NFC Championship game the next year. Then he goes to the Super Bowl. He did it at the University of San Diego. He did it at Stanford. He just knows how to turn programs around. And then he did it at Michigan. He went back to his alma mater, turned it around, and won a national championship there. Now, I'm like you, Pete. There is some concern with Justin Herbert because, to me, he's one of the best throwers of the football. And when you look at this offense, like, is Ladd McConkey going to be the number one guy? Quentin Johnson? I believe they will run the ball effectively and take pressure off Justin Herbert. Now, there is some concerns with him because he is dealing with that foot injury right now. We'll see where he's at the start of the season. But I also like that he brought over Jesse Minter. I think even though they are talent deficient at some areas, he'll be able to cover it up with how multiple they'll be on defense. This will be a team that will be better than they were last year. I got them just going over the 8.5 and 9.
They're barely under.
They've got a very favorable schedule. But Herbert is the key, though, because he's got to get out there and get right on that number. Raiders number, Pete Prisco's at 6.5, and once again, you guys are splitting it. So you're going over or under?
I'm going under. I don't think this is a very good team. I really don't.
Really?
I think when I look at the quarterback situation, you guys know how I feel about Gardner Minshew. I think he's a backup quarterback, so if he's the starter, that's not great. And we don't know what we get from Aiden O'Connell. I just don't. I think they have some issues. I think there's some questions on the defensive side of the ball as well. They made some nice additions. Getting Christian Wilkins will be big in the middle of that defense. But again, the secondary, the corners, we have some questions there. So I think this is a team that will go under. Whenever you have quarterback situation like they have, it concerns me in a big way, and that's why I'm going under.
I think the pure attitude of Antonio Pierce gets them over, just like it did last year. I have them barely going over. I have them going 7-10, right over the 6.5. And yes, Pete, there is some concerns with the quarterback position. Will it be Aiden O'Connell? Will it be Gardner Minshew? I just think that defense is going to run this team. I know you talked about them having maybe some issues back there, but I really like this defense. When you talk about having Christian Wilkins up in the middle, they have a defensive player of the year candidate on the edge as well. So I think they'll be able to get after quarterbacks. Really love what I saw from Jack Jones at the cornerback position last year, and we saw in week 1.
Sun Devil.
We saw in week 1 him get an interception. I just think Antonio Pierce, the mantra, the mentality, the grittiness that he's brought to this team. They're going to run the football. They're going to be physical. Team is going to be led by his defense. They still have one of the best receivers in all of football in Devontae Adams. I got them just going over 6.5 with 7 wins.
Okay. All right. Let's move on and wrap up the division here. We got a chance to finally see the orphan puppies out on the field in Denver. A good weekend for the quarterbacks there, depending on who you are. But in terms of their win-loss here, 5.5 is the number. Lige, I come to you first here. You're going under that number.
I am. I mean, we had concerns about, the Las Vegas Raiders in the quarterback situation. Same thing could be said for Denver, right? Will it be Jarrett Stidham? Most likely it's going to be Bo Nix. And there's trials and tribulations with a rookie quarterback. But I'll bring up a point that Pete always brings up. When you look at that offense, who scares you? Nobody scares you. And then on the defensive side, who's playing opposite of Patrick Surtain? There's a lot of question marks, new safeties, new linebackers on that team. So I just think this is going to be a rebuild, revamp year. They're taking off on all that money from Russell Wilson, so it was hard for them to actually bring in new talent. I have them going under, I believe it was at 5.5. I have them going under that.
See, and I'm going to go over that, in large part for the reason you went over with the Raiders, because of the head coach. I think Sean Payton will get the best out of the quarterback, and that will be Bo Nix, by the way. Look, when Drew Brees was in with the Saints, they didn't have any real game changers on the outside either. I mean, Marcus Colston was a good player, then Michael Thomas. They were good players, but they were never burners down the field who scared you. They knew how to get the ball to those guys. I think Peyton will figure it out. I think Bo Nix will be okay. He's not going to be great in his first year, and I think they'll be better on defense than you think. So I'm going with the head coach. I think he'll find a way just to barely go over. They're not going to sniff the playoffs or anything. They're going to be like the Raiders.
Not going to slip the playoffs. Guys, I love chatting football with you both. So much great insight. Lige and Pete helping us break down the AFC West. Here's how the AFC West will unfold in week 1. Of course, everyone's excited for that AFC Championship rematch between the Ravens and the Chiefs. The Chiefs come into that one a 3-point favorite, but excited to see that one. Then you get a little 2-for-1 in the division there. Broncos at Seahawks. Seahawks favored there. And you also get the Raiders at Chargers. That's the one that you get in the division there. Raiders and Chargers, with the Chargers a 3-point favorite.